we bring you one of Nigeria's most respected saxophonists, Kunle Ajayi, who tells us at a time in his life he couldn't even blow a whistle. But today, he celebrates 30 years as a saxophonist in this country. Do enjoy this interview.
Kunle Ajayi, one of Nigeria's most respected gospel musicians, is urging Nigerian artists to become professionals by learning the basics of music writing as well as learn how to play instruments. Although he became popular through his association with world-renowned Nigerian preacher, Pastor Adeboye, Ajayi has observed with keen interest development in the Nigerian music industry, which he believes needs more professionals.
You see, these days you can learn, you can use, that's what they call it musicianship. It's an aspect in music. You know, you can use your ear to play music, your head to play music. But there's a limitation, far you can go to. You can see in abroad. That's why even the school we are going to establish is going to affiliate it. We have affiliation with Royal School of Music and Berkeley College of Music. I've tried those schools. And I've seen their syllabus. Actually, I've done it. I could see the difference because even there, over there, anybody even playing drums must read music. Yeah. All these songs they were hearing, all Marvin Gaye songs, you can write them out in music. So you don't need to know the song. You don't need to hear the song. Immediately they give you the sheet. Everybody play. I was in Germany. They can't speak English. Those guys cannot speak English. I couldn't speak Dutch. And I was there on a mission. And I needed the musician to play with me. Thank God I had the knowledge in music. They can't even sing Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do. Not everybody in the world understood Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do. They only work by sound. And then the language they understood is that musical notes. So what I did was, I wanted them to play my African music. So I had to take a sheet of paper. I wrote out every song. And I wanted them to play. I wrote out their parts for them. They were so excited, and I did it manually, not with the computer. Yeah. So they were playing, so they were so happy. Bodo and Co, they were so happy. So we had a concert in South Halley in Bonn, and it was hit talk of the town then, because I could relate with them musically. So I think, I'm not saying they should have degree in music. I don't say they should, I think they should have a bit of knowledge in music. It will help us a great day.
For many years, secrets of the African talking drum have been passed on from generation to generation in mostly unconventional means. Ajayi sees the possibility of the instrument becoming adopted internationally.
They sent with the talking drummer. They call hourglass drum. You know, all these things we can study it so that we can pass it to generation. Because now even the talking drum, you talk about they will say it's from a home. Yeah. You have to be so a lot of them they will be keeping the way they do it, and we can improve it. We can improve it so that it can have a definite tone. If it's not even up to what we call tone, semitone, we know the tone of the talking drum. Yeah. We can write for it. Yeah. We can teach people. We can go abroad. And it will become international, like saxophone, like guitar. Somebody made it. They know the measurement of sound. So when people are telling you that you can now create your music.
The multi-instrumentalist and graduate of the Royal School of Music, United Kingdom, released his first album, Bamise, in 1984, 4 years before he debuted as a saxophonist on the album titled How Great Thou Art in 1988. The feat was celebrated as a miracle, as Ajayi had been battling a lung disease for many years before he was healed.
I started before 30 years, but before then, I could only play the drum, the keyboard, and the guitar because I had a problem with my lungs. Actually, my first album that I recorded, titled Bamise, was in 1983 to 84, and I released it. Then after then, in late 84, 85, I got healed of my lungs problem I had, which they told me I can't do anything strenuous, but I keep rehearsing, doing all that. But in 1988, there was an evidence, which I first of all played, and I recorded an album, How Great Thou Art, and That was 1988. That's what we are celebrating. That 1988 was evidence. Because then before then I couldn't blow anything. Even the first instrument I could blow after my healing was the recorder my daddy, the Lord, gave to me, Daddy Adeboye. Because before then I was told I had lung problem. I knew I had a problem because I couldn't breathe properly. I couldn't blow a whistle. I couldn't even blow into a balloon. I can't even stay in a hot place. I can't stay in a hot place. You know, I feel fainting easily. I faint easily. So they said I had a lung problem. Even Professor Kelwood then at Lute said, I need an operation somewhere along my throat and so on. But after listening to testimonies, miracle babies that they had, you know, his first miracle baby, second, and I said, God, if you can heal my lungs, I'll blow for you. Because I used to go to, you know, I live in Idioro then. I normally walk to Moshalashi, and I used to see fella, all his ribs, and the way he blew. Look, this guy is using his lungs to do this. If you can heal me, I will blow for you. Miraculously, God healed me. So in 1988, I did an album called How Great Thou Art.
Ajayi recently staged a concert to celebrate the 30th anniversary of his first saxophone album. The event was well attended by big names in the gospel music circle.
Looking back, I never thought I would live up to 20 years. I never thought I'll be 30 years. I never thought I'll be 40 years old. I never thought I'll be 50. I look back, I was diagnosed that I had lung problem and liver function problem, and the same person blowing for 30 years, non-stop. There will never be any reoccurrence of that disease. I need to celebrate it and give glory to God.
With many more years of play ahead of him, Ajayi is putting action to his words by setting up a music academy, which he hopes will help educate music hopefuls.
In that interview, he also paid tribute to South African musician Mircale, who died a few days ago. Do take a listen.
Salo is one of the great ones who plays saxophone in the world. And it's still a sad thing that it happened. Anyway, I just wish his children or other people keeps it up, and then the legacy he has to preach.
Okay.
And then, you know, the only thing for me is, so I wish he had Christ before he died. I hope so.